Okay, so today, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to go through a few different exercises, what I like to utilize to help individuals with something called an anterior pelvic tilt. Now, again, you might be asking exactly what that is. So that basically an anterior pelvic tilt is when your hips are tilted forward. Now, what exactly is happening? Now, obviously, your lower back tends to be overutilized because, again, you're arching your lower back, contracting it all the time, and then you tend to lengthen the front muscles. So we're talking about the lower abdominal area. Okay, so this exercise, we're going to use something very, very simple to help offset that anterior pelvic tilt. Okay, so we're going to be using something called an RDL, or you can say Romanian deadlift. Now, there's a few things I want you guys to look out for when you're doing a Romanian deadlift. And again, a lot of people, when they do perform Romanian deadlift, they tend to feel it in their lower back. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of cues that I like to give my clients to help with this. So first things first, obviously where the dumbbells are going to be placed. Obviously, the further out the dumbbells are, the more tension we're going to use onto our lower back. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring the dumbbell as close as possible to our legs. Now, here's where the most important cue is. Now, as I'm hinging, now again, hinging is pushing your butt back. Again, you don't want to over tilt. So what you don't want to do is go into that anterior pelvic tilt and then go into it, because again, you're still going to utilize your lower back. Okay, so what you want to do is you actually want to put your hips into a neutral position. So I tend to tell my clients to posterior tilt ever so slightly, try to get that pelvis under the rib cage. Now from here, you're going to push your butt back. So notice I'm pushing my butt back, which is allowing my upper back to come forward. Once I get here, I come back up. I'm driving my hip forward and I'm stopping right about here. There's no need for me to overextend there because again, I'm going to be utilizing that lower back. Okay. Another cue I like to tend to make sure that people understand is as I push my hip back, let's just say, for example, I can't push my hip back any further than this. There's no reason for me to lean forward. So now as you can see, my lower back being rounded. Okay, guys, so you really want to make sure, and this goes for the deadlift as well, is you want to push your hip back, push, 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 push. Okay, if that's your limit right here, then you're going to stop right there and you're going to come forward. Okay, another thing to look out for, guys, is to make sure that you're not overly arching or you're looking up. So now I'm still utilizing my lower back when I shouldn't be using it. Okay, so you really want to make sure everything stays nice and straight. So again, I'm going to keep my face facing forward. As I push my hip back, my face is going to actually land more parallel to the ground. Once I get here, I'm going to drive my hip forward. I should be feeling my glutes and my hamstring. Now, again, this is a great exercise to use. And again, you really want to make sure you're utilizing the correct muscles and you're trying to relax that lower back muscle and utilize your glutes and your hamstrings.